Hi, I'm Stephen Price, and I'm going to talk about the myth of Tiresias and how it is alluded to. So, Tiresias was the son of a shepherd and a nymph, and one day he came upon two mating snakes and struck them apart. Hera's wife, or Zeus's wife, sorry, Hera, was not a fan of this and turned Tiresias into a woman for 7 years. Some versions of the myth say that he was only not a woman when he saw another pair of snakes that were mating and didn't strike them. Some say that he struck the snakes again and then became a man. And some don't even mention Zeus and Hera and say that he found his mother and the goddess Athena bathing, and Athena struck him blind and then gave him the gift of prophecy. But in the main myth, after he was transformed back into a man by Hera, the gods and god and goddess Jupiter and Juno called on him to resolve the debate of who got more pleasure from sex. So Tiresias said it was women, and Juno permanently blinded him in a fit of rage. So Jupiter felt bad for Tiresias and gave him the gift of foresight, and Tiresias lived for 7 generations and was present in many myths, including the Odyssey, where he gave Odysseus many warnings, much advice, and a lot of predictions. He was also said to be the wisest man ever. Tiresias delivered many prophecies, followed and unfollowed, which always came true. It was also said in some myths that he could speak to the dead. So a few of the ways to identify a allusion to Tiresias is if there is a gender change, especially from man to woman and back, or just to the other and back. If there is some form of blindness, or maybe some form of blindness that leads to more sight, or if there is an argument that ends in a curse in some way, a gift in response to an unjust curse, someone who is able to prophesize or a prophecy, snakes, especially mating snakes, augury, which is the prophecies based off of the movement of birds, and Tiresias is actually credited for being the father of augury. That he invented it. He was able to, in some myths, he was able to see how the birds were moving and then predict things based off of that. So, some common themes of Tiresias allusions or myths that Tiresias is in is pride or ambition leading to downfall, not heeding a warning. Those first two, especially in the Odyssey, where Odysseus goes to the underworld to talk to Tiresias and gets lots of advice, lots of warnings, and he does not take all of them and loses a lot because he disregarded Tiresias's words. And then another common one would be unfair punishment for opinions, like in the very common myth where Tiresias is punished by Hera. So some of the allusions to Tiresias, one of them is in the Styx song Castle Walls, in the album The Grand Illusion. Far beyond these castle walls, where I thought I heard Tiresias say, "Life is never what it seems, and every man must meet his destiny." Another allusion to Tiresias is in the book Dune Messiah, where the protagonist loses his vision and gains the ability to prophesize future events, and that is the second book in its series. Here's my work cited. Thank you.